It's an unusual form of delivery service, and there are plenty of people waiting for the supplies inside this vehicle. At a roadside stop in Lisbon, a queue has formed and the hatch on the van is lowered. Small cups pass through the opening, but there's no ordinary drink inside. The liquid is the heroin substitute methadone.
Now we have to bring our own water because of coronavirus, you know.
The methadone is mixed with water to dilute the bitter taste, the daily dose allowing drug users to handle their addiction safely.
The last maybe 5 months, for the first time, I almost don't use heroin. It wasn't necessary to use heroin because I have methadone.
The methadone delivery is a part of a radical drug strategy in Portugal, which saw the country decriminalise personal possession and consumption of drugs in 2001, coupled with a treatment and harm reduction approach which has had benefits for society. The addicts here tell us they no longer commit crime to buy drugs on the streets.
When I start the program, I stopped steal. Was the first thing when I done was stop steal straight away.
Passport, methadone. No passport, no methadone.
But recent weeks have presented huge challenges for the team operating this service. Hundreds more people have been demanding methadone daily since the COVID outbreak. Street supplies of heroin and other drugs have dried up.
No plane, no ships, no cars. It means no drugs. We had a lot of people coming to us to search for help.
The team has kept on operating, but with fewer people on board the vehicles, continuing to treat addiction as a health and social issue. The man regarded as one of the main architects of Portugal's approach insists it works, cutting needle use and associated infections.
And we can say, for instance, in terms of HIV spread, we had a dramatic drop. During the 90s, we used to have at least one overdose a day. That means 360 something a year. Nowadays we are around 50, 40 a year.
But many here still shun methadone in favour of the real thing. And in response this year, Portugal introduced arguably its most controversial service yet. This is the first and for now only van where people can inject drugs with clean needles under medical supervision. Usually heroin, crack cocaine, or in this man's case, benzodiazepines.
Drugs is a prevention of bacterial infection, viral infection, HIV, hepatitis C, B, and I think we are helping them to have a safer consume.
The Portuguese approach, which has had broad political backing for 2 decades, has garnered international attention. Other nations exploring whether there are lessons to be learnt here which could work at home. Michelle Clifford, Sky News, Lisbon, Portugal.